It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something? We just vibing, we just cruising, baby.
What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria. I am back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to be eating while we are talking. If you missed our last video, it basically was talking about, so I guess OMAD / healthy food mukbang with me. I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to be standing up to make this video. So, this video, I try to be so proper on mukbangs and not talk with my mouth full. But on mukbangs, you're going to talk with your mouth full because otherwise you're just going to have to wait till I chew everything and then say something and chew again. So I decided instead of sitting down, I'm going to make this mukbang like this. I will be eating my fruit with my hands too. I've already washed them. If you're new to my channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So, you probably clicked on this video because you got to take the LSAT. You're about to take it, just took it, thought about taking it, something. So let me tell you something. I was debating canceling the LSAT. And this is like an update because I told you guys I was going to come back and let you guys know. So this is the night before the LSAT test, okay? I have taken LSAT in the past. Let's be clear. The dilemma that I'm having right now is that I have not studied. And I'm not talking about prepared the day before. I'm talking about the duration from the time I scheduled the test back in November, December until now, February or January. I scheduled the test I think in October. Thought about canceling it before, then got busy, and every time I would be on hold time with LSAT, they would take forever, and I would never have like 30 minutes to an hour to just wait to be on the phone all day. I kept getting busy, so I just let time lapse, keep going, and as I'm honing into having to take the test, I'm having several events transpire in my life at the same, like simultaneously. Bad news here, left and right. Haven't been studying. I've been working so hard, literally working at my seasonal job all the time, almost every day. And initially when I scheduled it, I didn't have the test. I didn't have the job yet, I don't think, or I had just got it. And I was told I wasn't going to work that many hours because, there wasn't many hours to offer. So I didn't think that this job would end up taking so many hours out of my week because I thought that I would only have like a shift or two, like short shifts, like mini shifts. And turned out that was not the case. So really quickly, I ended up having a lot of hours. And you get busy with the day in and day out of that job, times what you do in your personal life, the business that you handle in your personal life, and before you know it, your time is consumed. That's what happened. Time got away and bad news kept on happening in our life. So I had already been contemplating these last days / week on whether or not to cancel the test or to take it. Well, here is what happens if I cancel it. Law schools will never know that I was even registered. The test is already, paid, whatever. So I could lose money. But the law schools never know that it was even registered. So that could be a gamble. Or I take the test. I have a 50-50 chance that I'm going to do well, 50-50 chance that I'm not going to do well. If I don't do well, I'm not going to beat myself up because I haven't studied. If I do well, then I'm probably going to be so grateful that I decided to go take the test. Now, another thing that has me thinking is I've never taken this test before online, and now it's administered online. It used to be paper, pencil, Scantron, bubbles, everything. Not anymore, it's this. It is an online based test. So tonight I'm going to do one full practice of every section. Like once I finish vlogging or making this video, see how I feel. I'm going to set my alarm clocks because at 11:59 at night, that is the last time you can cancel before the test tomorrow. So I need to determine am I going to take the test or cancel? I know a lot of you are saying, don't take it if you're not studied because you don't want to get a bad score on your record and blah, blah. This is my other dilemma. Not really a dilemma, but observation. If I don't get the law school test or go for a law degree, it is perfectly fine because I'm obtaining my master's of arts in law the same day. It starts tomorrow, the program, and I currently have a master's in business. Well, growing up, I always wanted a JD MBA. Then, along the years, the MA in law program came out with the concentration of legal studies is what my concentration would be. At first, I thought to do it in business, but it doesn't make sense because I already have business degrees, so might as well do it in legal studies concentration since I want to know more about legal work. You cannot practice as Esquire with the Masters of Arts in Law, but you can do things that pertain to law. There is some dependency on you for having that degree, but Masters of Arts in Law does not get you sworn in, Esquire, and allow you to do certain things. Bar, you don't take the bar exam, you don't do all that. Now here's my other thing. When I used to take the LSAT back then, and I'm still young, I say back then it's because I graduated college really early, so when I was taking it then, I wasn't getting the scores I wanted. I'm not saying now I'm going to have the same issues, but if I am, that's kind of a flag. Not to say that, oh, you can't go to law school, because you can do anything you set your mind to do. However, they put such strong emphasis on the LSAT because it's an indication of how you'll do on the bar exam. A lot of people go to law school. Not everybody becomes lawyers. It's one thing to make it through law school. It's another thing to pass the bar. You don't want to be that person who go to law school but never pass the bar in practice. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of energy. So obviously, if you're not that good of a test taker like myself, you got to work harder than most to, pass it. It's a set test, rigorous. It's not impossible because it's been done before. But then when I think about things, I've always had an entrepreneur-like spirit. Always knew I was going to do multiple things, run businesses and things like that. But growing up, I would say over this last decade or so, maybe 5 to 10 years, from high school until about, when you finished high school, we weren't being told to go start businesses, Like, my plethora My plethora of wealth of knowledge and things like that came from my own research, me conducting my own studies, me wanting better for myself and things like that. Me wanting to know, when you have kids, what are you going to teach them? Are they going to know all the reality shows, or are they going to know how to start a business, how to be successful? And I felt like I needed to go down the road of figuring it out so that I can pass on that generational wealth of success. So, in other words, back then, I thought that becoming a lawyer was going to be a sole job, even though I knew I wanted to be successful. But, you know, the more I got into what I really enjoy and what I love, which is the same passions as when I was younger, and I just pursued them more older, it's like, I'm not going to be, I've always been multifaceted. I've never been that one-track girl. I can do multiple things and do them well. So in business, while law might be good to practice, law will not be my only focus. That's why I feel like the MA in law is perfect, because it'll give me a background in law without having to go through the rigorous aspect of it. I want to thrive more in the real estate industry, have a legal background, not be in much debt from college, run my own businesses like I'm doing, get them to the next level, recruit for what I want to do. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is, before, when I used to want a Juris Doctor, I wanted it because I wanted to pursue solely that. Obviously, I had other hustles and passions, but at this stage of my life, I'm putting those other hustles and passions into action, and I'm trying to drive them further than where they are at. If I go to law school, it's definitely going to enhance who I am, but I also have to realize, unless I'm going to be like up 24 hours, I'm going to have to take major sacrifices on a lot of my businesses to focus strictly on law. In the business realm, consistency. Your business probably take 2 years to at least get on the ground running. By year 3 and 4, you'll start picking up some, stability, and then so forth and so forth. You'll build up clients, and it'll be more successful. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to set back. Time waits on no man. So as I start to keep talking about this topic to myself, to people that I love and I know, who I'm trying to explain what I'm going through, it's almost that thing of, I'm not saying I'm talking myself out of it, because I can always become a lawyer at any time. But the logical thing right now seems like, take the test, because it's already paid for. It's already in place. I don't have to get up early in the morning, because for whatever reason, I never do this, but I set the test in the afternoon. I did that with my real estate exam, so I take that back. But before, with LSAT, I've never scheduled late tests. I always have them in the morning. So I've scheduled an afternoon test, so I can leave my house at like 10. Even though I got to be there at noon, I'll probably leave my house at like 9:45, 9:30. Get there by like 10:30. If I'm early, I'm early. I want to check in. I want to make sure I'm in my seat. I want to make sure I'm there. So I will be leaving my house probably at about 10. The destination is not that far, but again, anything can happen in between. Traffic can get bad, anything, and I don't want to attempt to get there and be late, and then don't get to take the test because I'm late and don't have everything I need. So I'm going to go over the checklist tonight. I'm going to take the test. So I guess in this video, I'm actually confirming what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the test. Results will come back in a few weeks. If the results come back great, awesome. I can apply to some law schools. If the results come back average, it's cool. I'm going to do my MA in law program. Probably start studying to actually take the LSAT when I'm studied. If need be, the MA in law might be a program that I get in and notice that it's very rigorous and be like, I'm not doing the law school. Nope. Or it could be like, okay, I like where this is going. Let me go do law school. So I think both ways it puts me at a very good place to start the MA in law program tomorrow. Also take that test. I'm off of my seasonal job tomorrow. I do have to work on looking up some properties for my other businesses and stuff for other people, but I think it sets me up good. So that'll be one thing off my checklist, that I'll take that test tomorrow. Then I'll, order my books tonight for MA and Law. I'm going to read over like my syllabi and everything like that for my courses. And then I'm going to start ordering my books. And then I guess I'll do a vlog tomorrow, let you guys know how the test went, how I feel about the test, blase, blase. I will not be taking my phone in the testing center because I don't have time. But I will be prepping everything tonight. So I'm just basically wanting to talk to you guys about my LSAT update and how I feel. I'm going to make another video, and this next video is just going to simply be talking about how I prepare for the next day, the things that I do. So I'll see you beautiful people in the next video. Thanks for watching.
It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something?